Your girl Ruby Sue's here, and I cannot believe I'm going live. But the thing is, when you just realize that you just got an ick and you just got to get something off your chest. I need to release what is going on in my brain because I've sat and you can see I'm trying to edit. I should have put a video up live, but life happens. But like I'm trying to edit and I'm sat down and I'm thinking I just can't. And the title of the video is YouTube is killing me. Now let me explain. Like some of you who are tuning in or who are with my channel will be like, what on earth? This is not her usual rant. This is not her usual stuff. Yes, you're right. But I need to let you in to the world that goes behind making these videos. So I started YouTube just because I thought it'd be fun to do and I wanted to see somebody else who was hustling like me. So I thought I might as well switch on the camera and just get on. And then as you start doing YouTube, you suddenly realize that actually you could possibly make a living from this. You could actually do something. You could, get brand sponsorship. There were so many things that I thought could happen. You start thinking, seeing stars. And then you're like, you're progressing, you're seeing some growth. And then you go through the highs where you're like, yay, this is working. And then you go through the lows where it's, oh my gosh, this is the end of the world. But the truth is, you keep going and you keep getting motivated because you think, yes, I'm going to make some money from this. But then you get an email from YouTube telling you that basically if you don't have up to 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of view time, you will no longer be able to monetize your video. Like what? Like it's not like you get paid per view anyway. It's not like you get a pound per view. You don't get a penny per view. You get like 1/10 of a penny or something stupid. So you have to get millions of views before you start seeing the big bucks roll in. So what was the point of depriving us the little carrot, the little stick, or not little stick, the little carrot, the little hope that perhaps we might actually make some money? Why would you do that? Why would you punish people? And then I thought, actually, hold on, this is not punishment. The reason why you are doing this is a cost-saving exercise. Everybody's trying to make money and you are thinking to yourself, I'm not going to pay XYZ YouTuber who's only bringing in 200 views a month or a week or whatever. I'm going to give my money, my cash point to the big people, the people who've got millions of subscribers, who bring in lots of views, who I can get lots of advertisers to work with. Great. Fantastic. Go ahead and do that. But then what means is it becomes a monopoly. That's how I think. It means that all those people who have 2 million, 3 million, 8 million subscribers, it now becomes their channel. It's no longer YouTube. It's no longer anybody can pick up a camera and perhaps get discovered or found. It now only becomes an elite place for elite people who have got millions of subscribers. And if you've been doing YouTube for a while, you've also noted that the algorithm has changed. It's no longer as easy as it used to be. You've got to be tagging, you've got to be consistent. I mean, you had to do those things all before, but it feels like even I've seen channels that are being consistent, that are doing fantastic quality content, that are just not getting the views. And I think it's because when I've gone to my own search pattern, I use YouTube for everything. I teach myself everything through YouTube. And so when I go to search for something, I'm only getting those videos of 1 million views. I'm only getting the highest number of views. And on the side where it comes to suggested, I'm also only getting the highest viewed video but to me, that doesn't make sense. It's not fair. It's not equal because there are people who are doing great content that might have a much better video, a much better way of expressing themselves, that they're never, ever, ever going to get discovered now because YouTube are only pushing the people that have got 11 million subscribers or 2 million subscribers. And I'm not hating. I might be a bit jealous sometimes, if I'm being honest, but I'm not hating. That's the hard work you've put in. You've been up there for 5, 6, 8 years. Some of you people have been there on the game hardcore. So I'm not hating you. I'm just saying that, why do that? It doesn't make sense. And then the reason they gave in the email, oh my days, it hurt me so much because they were like, oh, we're talking about safety and ensuring that violence and corruption and all these... The That's got nothing to do with it. Be real and be true to yourself. That is not the real reason, because there are some people, I am not mentioning names because I don't want to give that person the credit, who released a video that was absolutely atrocious. Some of these YouTubers who have got our attention, who have got millions of subscribers, are releasing pure rubbish, in my opinion. They're not releasing anything that has taken any real thought or imagination or creativity. They're not talking sense to my life. I just feel like it's just turned into madness. YouTube has turned into madness, and there's no one not talking sense. And I'm not trying to blow my trumpet. I'm not trying to say that I am the best out there. I'm just saying that there are some people that are not producing quality, and because they've got the eyes of so many, maybe, you know, teenagers who got nothing else to do with their time, YouTube have decided to push them. And that is not right. And it's not reflective of the world. It's kind of like, I was telling my husband that it's a bit like the music industry. You know, when the music industry all of a sudden starts getting flooded with all this nonsense, all this techno, no quality. That's what it feels like to me. It just feels like now we're just getting bombarded with rubbish. And it's like with music now, we've lost the art of playing guitar and actual piano and actual drums. Everything is giz, 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 giz. Everything. There's no... It's all synthesized. There is no real musicians. And then once upon a time, they will become a great person like the likes of Janelle Monáe or maybe James Arthur. Someone, or Ed Sheeran will come out. And then all of a sudden, it will start a wave of authentic of authentic musicians. So all of a sudden, it becomes a new thing to be real. Like, it's nonsense. It doesn't make sense. And it frustrates me so much. And I think it's so annoying. And it's very disheartening. I've sat in front of my computer trying to edit. And I'm like, what's the point? What's the point? Like, and I just thought, I have to come on and give my truth and say my piece, because I felt like if I didn't, I won't feel free enough to edit and to release this content, because I started getting disappointed. I completely started getting disappointed. But if you are a small YouTuber like me who've got under 1,000 subscribers and you're not sure what to do, let's talk. Yeah, let's get real. This is what we're going to do. We are still going to release this content. You know why? Because if you've got 10 people viewing your content every week, that's 10 more people than you did before. So don't end your life in your YouTube career because you've decided that those 10 people are not worth it. Get up and show up for those 10 people, because those 10 people are giving you their time. They're giving you their eyeballs, their likes, their comments, their subscribers. Start with a small thing, and you never know, it will breed. And if not, if you have touched one person, that is one more person you would have if you didn't. So don't stop. Let's keep going. Let's build our own network. Let's support each other, grow each other, share each other's content. Let's not stop because YouTube have lost their mind. They lost their mind. So let them stop. Let them do their nonsense, and then we'll come back. Yeah. Anyway, the second thing that we're going to do is going to be more creative. We're not going to see YouTube for the money. Let's just be real. This is not where the big bucks is, okay? That's not what's going to happen. So we've got to use YouTube in a completely, utterly different way. We've got to use YouTube to push maybe someone's products. We've got to use YouTube just to show off as an extension of marketing. We've got to use YouTube for a different reason, not to make money. We're now using YouTube as a tool to share our ideas. We've got to see it differently. Not, oh, I'm going to do this to make money or to get famous. No, you're doing this to share content, to be creative, to as an extension of yourself, but you cannot use this as your only avenue for income. That's madness. It's just like having one job. Like, you wouldn't just have one job. You can't these days. You know, it happened to me not too long ago where there was a mistake in my pay. If I only survived and only relied on one income, baby girl would not have a roof over her head. So it's important that we don't give up one and don't use YouTube as our only source of income or our only source of actually having a dream. If you want to be on TV and you particularly love presenting and sharing ideas, then perhaps you need to think of another way to do it, like YouTube Live, where I think there is still very rarely used. I don't think a lot of people use YouTube Live. I don't think a lot of people do Facebook Lives or Instagram Lives. that's something else that is kicking up. Maybe we should follow that as well and mix up our content to trick the algorithm, because I've found that, little secret for you, I found that if I do a YouTube live video, that somehow those view numbers tend to grow a lot faster and a lot quicker than if I my edited video, which saddens me, but it's less work. All I need to do is turn on my light, sit in front of it and chat. So yeah, that's one thing that I have noticed, that it gets more reach. It seems to get pushed more. So maybe we need to be a bit more creative and clever. Third thing is, I think that a lot more collaborations need to happen now, and I'm not talking about collaborations like, oh, let's work together in the same video. I mean collaborations where I heard this this thing on video influencers. It's a term called clustering or something like that. So basically a group of YouTubers will get together and they will share their they'll share, hey Jane, thank you so much for the comments. I will respond to you. It's so great to see you. Hey. So basically a group of YouTubers will get together and they will decide that they're all going to do a video related to some kind of topic. It might be fussy eating. It might be healthy eating. It might be health. They'll get together and then they'll all release their videos within that same week. And it's supposed to create some kind of cluster effect or something to do with, because you're all doing the same thing, there must be some, so YouTube will think that there is something going in that direction, the algorithm, so will push people towards you. Something like that. Anyway, so that's another thing that you need to think of. If there's a small community, sorry about that. So if there's a small cluster of us that do the same content or release similar content, maybe releasing on the same day or releasing, you know, within the same week or something like that. Listen. There is something, I'm going to end now because I could go on for a long time. There is something my sister said to me years ago when I was a small person. She said to me that a human being, because I was moaning that I didn't like maths or some subject, and I said the textbook didn't make sense. And then she said to me, a human being wrote that textbook. I was like, yes, a human being wrote that textbook, right? Think about it. So if a human being wrote that textbook, then you are a human being, right? With a brain. Correct. So there is nothing debarring you from understanding that content as much as the person that wrote it. So this algorithm was created by a human. This YouTube was created by a human. They cannot outsmart us. We need to get smarter. We need to get bigger, think braver. If it's life hands you lemons, let's make some lemonades, Pims, let's crush it, let's do all sorts of, let's not give up. Like, that's basically it. I need to get it off my chest so that I can tell myself to keep editing this video, and I'm going to do things just because I want to do it and not because YouTube said it. I'm disappointed in you, YouTube. If you ever see this, CEO, I'm seriously disappointed. I think they need to think about it and we need to all get together. Yes, we all need to get together and say that it's enough. Like, seriously, we are out here trying to share our content, trying to share our lives, trying to show up, like Brene Brown says. We're trying to show up and you're not allowing us to show up because you're not giving us the same platform. And I think it's a bit ridiculous, personally. And also, one more thing, YouTube. I'm really upset because you have this policy where there's YouTube headquarters, right? I think you should have one conference a year, at least one, where you can have subscribers from maybe 500 to 1,000 or something like that, because there's been events that have happened in the YouTube space. I'm like, oh, it'd be lovely to hear from people, to understand people, but it's like, you don't want the small YouTubers there. You only want the big YouTubers there, right? You only want the people who've got millions or tens of thousands of subscribers. There was a YouTube Black event, Black History event, and they said on the criteria that if you had 100 followers, you were allowed to come. Then I got an email to say, oh, sorry, you can't come because you don't meet the criteria. What? And then I checked back and it was 1,000 subscribers. I thought, you know what? This is a bit, like, it's a bit ridiculous. You need to do things, not just for the people who've got tens of thousands. Do other things as well. Maybe do a YouTube live or other events. It's not right. It's not fair. there are people who are coming up behind you, and we are also doing our bit as well. We are also contributing to this massive multi-billion, gillion, zillion, silly billion amount of money entity. How much more money, people, do you need? But yeah, I'm gonna end because I literally could go on for minutes and hours and seconds, and I still got this video to edit, and I cannot believe I've just did this YouTube live. So yeah, I just did. But anyway, thank you for all those who tuned in to listen to my rant. I do appreciate you. This video oh, excuse me, this video that should be coming up sometime this week. I was gonna say tonight, but like, nah, I'm gonna be real, my bed's right there and I'm about to hop into it once I finish editing that, so might see it sometime this week. Anyway, I shall see you in my next video or my next YouTube live. It's very easy to do this thing, easier than editing video. Anyway, I digress. It's now 15 minutes. I'll speak to you later. Take care. God bless. Bye.